Who are you?
I'm Li Shan. I'm looking for my son.
You lost your son?
Yes. Many years ago.
I lost my father.
I'm very sorry.
Thank you.
Well, good luck to you.
You too. I hope you find your son.
And I hope you find your father.
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So the first trailer for Kung Fu Panda 3 just dropped, so this is going to be a breakdown of that footage. There's one very notable addition to the cast whose voice you may have recognized. Most of you guys probably forgot that there was going to be a Kung Fu Panda 3. Kung Fu Panda 2 happened back in 2011, so it's going to be like 5 years between these movies. They had like a big post-credits teaser where you see all these pandas, like it's all about the mystery of Jack Black's family. That is what Hollywood calls development hell. But it's actually pretty normal for really big animated films like this to take just giant armies of people. So it's not like making a live action film. You can't just like turn one over every 2 years. The biggest thing is that Bryan Cranston is playing Poe's father, Jack Black's father. As you can see from the trailer, Panda's not the brightest bulb in the box. They're turning like all those funny quirks in Poe into hereditary things, as in like all pandas act like Poe, or at least Poe's father. The villain is being played by J.K. Simmons, so picture J. Jonah Jameson yelling at Poe. There was a foreign language trailer that leaked early to YouTube, but they've since removed it. They posted him. He's basically like a giant bull. His name is Kai. The quote from J.K. Simmons just says, "Let's just say Kai has been away. Now that he's back, he's not happy about life in general. One thing he finds when he returns is that pandas make him particularly unhappy. So his arc in the film is going to be trying to get rid of that lost colony of pandas." It's been a while since the first movie, but the whole conceit is that Poe thinks that he's the last of his kind. He thinks he's the last panda. Supposedly he's looking for revenge, but we don't know what event he's attributing to the pandas. But he did reference his character in Whiplash, like the really angry teacher with Miles Teller. He said that like all the rage that Miles Teller gives him in Whiplash, he's now attributing to Jack Black. So like whenever he wants to get worked up, he just thinks of Jack Black. I'm actually pretty excited to see what's going on with Bryan Cranston's character. He has played good characters, like he was a good character in Godzilla. Everybody always hears Bryan Cranston and they think Walter White, so you wonder if there's like some added layer to his character where he's not quite good, not quite bad. But I'm not expecting any secret kung fu skills like Poe. That other international trailer that was taken down conveyed a lot more about the kung fu that goes on in the film. If you remember from Kung Fu Panda 2, it was all about him playing with that drop of water, and then he did the same thing with the cannonballs at the end of the film. This gets even more trippy, as if he's like bending time and space. So expect an even bigger version of a sequence like that cannonball sequence from the second film. There's really only a couple things you can do with sequels. You can travel inward, you can deal with like the character's emotional journey even more, or you can deliver an even bigger spectacle. I mean, it's been 4 years, so they wouldn't leave you hanging with something like really badass to walk away with. The other really big addition to the cast is Rebel Wilson as Mei Mei. She doesn't appear in the trailer, but she plays another panda with like really badass kung fu skills. The only quote that Rebel Wilson is given is that she's super into ribbon dancing and she's a funny, creative panda. So she's probably going to wind up being a love interest for Jack Black's character. I mean, he's a panda who learned kung fu. He didn't take a vow of celibacy or anything like that. But I'm a big fan of Rebel Wilson, so this should be fun. The movie itself is going to be released January 29th next year in 2016, which seems like a weird release date, but I guess they didn't want to bump up against Star Wars: The Force Awakens. If you ever wanted to guarantee that people would not go see your movie, just release it on the same day as the new Star Wars movie. So moving this to January, probably a pretty smart move. DreamWorks Animation as a studio hasn't been doing so hot financially, so they're doubling down on the really big stuff. So don't be surprised when you see a whole lot more How to Train Your Dragon sequels, Kung Fu Panda sequels, like stuff based on their most popular franchises. I was a big fan of the first two Kung Fu Panda films, so this looks like it'll be a lot of fun. For those of you asking about Inside Out, yes, I will be doing an Inside Out review this weekend, so be sure to subscribe to get that. Just like my Jurassic Park review, what I'll do is I'll do like a non-spoilery part of a video first, and then the second half of the video, I'll get into spoilers. In case you haven't seen it, yesterday I did a big trailer video for all my favorite games from E3. You can click here to watch that, and you can click here to learn what's going on with Game of Thrones Season 6. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.